Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Jerry Jeudy. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Broncos and the Colts on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series, and at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early toss, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this. And he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson. And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. They go play action now. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw again is Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Broncos in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off play action. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. 1st and goal from the 3. Wilson. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. Touchdown, Broncos. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points. 1st down catch from Michael Pittman Jr., and he really played like the guy the Colts thought that they were drafting in 2020 in the 2nd round. How about 88 catches, 1,082 yards, 6 touchdowns, all were more than double than what he posted as a rookie.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And the Colts have the first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a short gain here down to the 22. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Moss. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an update anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And some room to work. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Here we go with Williams. Room here to run. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the 1st down.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first coming over in London. An early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. The New York Giants taking on Green Bay. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Then on Sunday night, a potential Game of the Year candidate. A great one in the AFC North. Bengals and Ravens from M&T Bank Stadium. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They had no answer for that right there.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive of 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it's Ryan. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. They've got his man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 65 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Play action. It's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Ryan. And this one complete to Doolin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Ryan will throw again. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get it behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. The busy night continues for Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Broncos, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.
I'm the best, I'm the best.